over 12 for now. At the 12. Wheat was the recap on yesterday. I'm not sure what that means, but what was the recap on? I'm not sure what that means. If you want a recap, go and check out the recap on YouTube, buddy, from yesterday. We're green on both the main account and the small account, as we are today. We're over goal on the small account, and we're already this morning on Bed Bath & Beyond. We've only traded Bed Bath & Beyond on both accounts. We're over goal on both accounts right now. Don't get out. Okay, so we're over goal on both accounts. Parabolic on the 5 minute, absolutely. We're just getting a first 5 minute red candle right now. So Bed Bath & Beyond is looking very tasty this morning. That might be the end of it. I mean, it is based on catalyst as well. But it's not like there's no catalyst either. Right, I can fix the stream now. That's pretty spot on. Just need to fix the scanners. I'll do that in a second. Let's just go over to the tube that is you. Get the tags and fix the why is my why am I not seeing it? Why am I not seeing my YouTube? Supposed to be. Can't see my live. Are you on you? Can you see my live on YouTube? Because I can't see it. That's weird. Better. Right, now I can concentrate on trading. Goal achieved. Not just goal achieved, Jack, but goal achieved twice. So I've 5,700 on my main account, and 1,131 on my small account. So across the board, before done, dusted, back in time for cornflakes. Happy days. Now I just need to fix the scanners. Started trading literally at 7:31 market time. So I didn't really have time to get everything set up for the stream properly. Pretty much as soon as I was able to, I started trading. Okay, So let's that's right, that's okay. Bottom left. That's right. Right. Minerva. This might run today. Starbox Group. Farfetch. Starbox was an IPO yesterday. Extremely volatile. Range between, well, it had a low of $10 and a high of $46. So huge range on that one. But we're watching Bed Bath and Beyond at the moment. Right, so we're looking for a break of. I'm just going to go from now on. Scaling small. Scaling if it allows me. Looking for the break of the $0.75 here. Starbucks starting to move up now. Still below VWAP, so keep an eye on that. So the markets are looking nice and bullish today. Nasdaq's slightly up now. SPY's up. Russell Index is up. Dow Jones is up. Minerva's down. Blue Apron. That sold off hard yesterday. We might get a bounce, might not. Let's see. It's been very volatile this last week or so with Blue Apron. AMC had a little pop up, very similar in sympathy with Bed Bath and Beyond, I believe. What about Ape? What did that do? Not huge volume at the minute. Bed Bath and Beyond is the leader, I think, at the moment. We're waiting for the break of the $0.75. Okay, guys, we've got enough people to get over 100 likes. Tap that screen 10 times if you're on TikTok. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure that you've pressed the thumbs up button. Both reasons, it's just for, well, it's incredibly helpful with the algorithm. It basically tells the algorithm that this is an engaged stream and suggests it to more people, pushes it to more people as a suggestion. So if you've not pressed the thumbs up on YouTube, go do it. Do it now. You know you want to. And if you've not hit the screen at least a dozen times, that's 12 if you're in the US, at least a dozen times on TikTok, just tap the screen 10 to 12 times. Like I said, you know you want to do it. Do it now. Come on, guys. Let's get that like count up on TikTok. We're already at goal. In the first couple of minutes of the morning, we're already on Starbox. I'm watching Starbox because it's an incredible. It was an IPO yesterday, so it went down as low as $10. It went up as high as $46. It was scheduled to open at $4.70. It actually opened up at over $20. So Starbox there's a new IPO. There's volatility there. So could it go back up to $45? Yes, it could. Is it likely to? Maybe not. I think the attention's probably going to be on the likes of Bed Bath and Beyond today. Maybe we'll see. Bed Bath and Beyond might be peaked out now, and then Starbucks comes good at after the bell. I'll be got them on the watch list. I'll be watching them for moves. I'm going to put Starbucks on the watch list here. On the 2-minute time frame, I can keep an eye on that. Farfetch has good news as well. Minerva also decent news popping up. It's pulling back right now. Well, are we done? Bed Bath and Beyond seems to be just consolidating now, but that was a lovely move up from 7:30. I like it when things move up from 7, just as my account opens up to be able to trade. It starts to move up. That's I like that. We've got a full $10 move. Oh, sorry, $2 move. $10. That would have been even better. Well, they've just got approval for a loan to improve liquidity, Billy. So that's why Bed Bath and Beyond popped up. That's the news there. But you'll see that in the description. I put that in the description. It's effectively it's on my watch list. So what I started watching at 7 a.m. market time, which is 12 p.m. here. I put the first 3 things on my watch list in the description on the YouTube channel. So you've got reasons why I'm watching them. Right. I need a cup of tea. Just bear with me, kids. Well, you're doing me dirty on the likes today, guys. I've got to be honest. Yeah, it's consolidating at the moment. It's coming back. I don't mind it coming back towards the VWAP for another push, maybe go up to 15, and then if it does another $2, $3 move, we could be in for a big run today. If this could go back up to $30, even without Ryan Cohen at the helm, wow, that would be amazing. I'm not saying it will. I'm not saying it's going to. It's not a stock pick. It's just what we've traded today. I should just close the stream now and walk away, really. Green on my small account, green on my main account. Over goal. I guess it's one of those days where I can afford now to be a little bit more cautious with my trade selection. Oh, happy days. Happy days are here again. Thanks, Alphabet. Oh, we're just pulling all the way back down to the VWAP. Well, let's see. Was there any additional news on Bed Bath & Beyond other than that loan approval? That was last night, late last night. Secured loan as they try to stay afloat. First in, last out loan deal. Okay. Still heavily shorted, by the way, is Bed Bath & Beyond. A hell of a lot of people still shorting it. According to Barrons, it was like short float. I have pre-market trading permissions from 7:30, 2 hours before the market opens, Mo. It depends on your broker. A lot of brokers will allow you out of hours trading. So the pre-market opens from 4 a.m. market time until 9 a.m. market time, or 9:30. And then there's post-market, which is from 4 p.m. until 9 p.m. Market time. And not all brokers will facilitate out-of-hours trading, but many do. So it depends on your broker. If you've got a broker that does, mine allows me to trade from 9 7:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. in pre-market. I suppose if I spoke to them, I'll actually have a look at what the enhanced account does, because it might be worth me paying for that. If that gives me full trading permissions at silly o'clock in the morning, I can trade a lot earlier, not miss any moves. So I've traded Bed Bath & Beyond on the, I got in down here at, well, my first entry was 1071. I got in at 1071, brought it all the way up to 1207. So that was on my main account. On my small account, I got in at 1053 and was able to get out at 1135. Was my highest. So I was flicking between the two accounts to get max profitability on it. The name of the broker, Capital Markets Elite Group, CMEG, or CMEG, just CMEG.com, SMEG.com. Oh, so it's CMEliteGroup.com is the website. CapitalMarketsEliteGroup.com. Right now, oh, drug popped up. Let's have a look at drug. Why? Right Minds Bioscience. This went mental a couple of days ago. Absolutely mental at the end of last week. Thursday, I think it was. And it had a big pop on Monday as well. Okay. So there was an offering yesterday of 2.858 million units at 140 a share. Minerva trying to get back up to the VWAP. Could be interesting. If it gets above the VWAP, it could be interesting. Minerva Bioscience. Bed Bath & Beyond needs to hold the VWAP, maybe get back up towards 1150. Farfetch is 19% up already today, up at 935s. Not huge volume just yet, so just be careful with that one if you're trading it. Wait for the volume to come in. It'll be much easier to trade, but it's making good gains. Maybe you want to look at the range, set a few trend lines in place on the higher time frames, and use those as your I can see one right now, nice ascending trend line. Starbox IPO yesterday went up to over $46 yesterday. Started at $27, It was about, I think it was 460 was the 470 or something like that. Went up. It actually opened at $27, went up to over $46. It's now trading at. It went as low as $10, but it's now trading at just over 14. So Starbox volatility overload on this one. So this is not recent IPO as of yesterday. Could be worth keeping an eye on for continued volatility today. Not saying it's going to rally. What I'm saying is that the volume, if it continues to get volume like it did yesterday, it could have some big swings one way or the other that you can take advantage of. So keep an eye on it. It's 720s, 728 right now. AMC 987. That's about it. If there's something that you want me to take a look at, let me know and I'll take a look at it. I won't be giving any. I don't give financial advice or stock picks or anything like that. But I'm happy to take a look at something if it's of interest to you. That's my BDI on it. Give you my opinion, and that's all it is. It's not financial advice. Do you know what, Wesley? That's a very good question that I don't know the answer to because I've never actually had to do that. I tend not to trade IPOs on the first day, but pre-ordering IPO, I can find out. I'll find out. I'll have a look at that after the stream. I will. I'll have a look and see if that's possible because it's not something I've had to do or even looked into doing. So I would imagine so. If you can do it on other brokers, then I don't see why you shouldn't be able to do it with capital markets. They are a large brokerage. So I'll take a look, Wesley. But it's a good question. Thanks. Stock to get today. Like I say, I don't give stock picks or signals or anything like that. I teach people how to get the stock picks themselves. Right now, I'm watching Bed Bath & Beyond. I'm watching Minerva. I'm watching Farfetch. I am watching Starbox. It's down at the moment, but it was up like 15%. Now it's down about 15%. So Starbox is interesting because it's got huge volatility. The P&L on the small account, so I'm just bringing it across here so you can actually see this as well.
There was once a day that I would pray for you. I'd go and misbehave just so you'd notice too. Sneaking looks up and down from across the room. And damn, what a hell of a view. I feel good, you look great, I like you, I can't wait. A first time, a first date. You're so fine, I'm so late. You sip wine, I drink straight. Don't waste time to my place. I feel my heart erase. So catch me if I fall. I'm falling fast, sitting here praying that this night's gonna last. You got it all on tap, I'm loving your vibe, always have your back. We like all the same tracks, listen all night in the sheets all black. Said I'm falling fast, don't remember life before you, that's facts. I feel good, you look great, I like you, I can't wait. A first time, a first date. You're so fine, I'm so late. You sip wine, I drink straight. Don't waste time to my place. I feel my heart erase. So catch me if I fall.
Everything back up and running. Right, okay. So let's drug taking off. Where's Bed Bath and Beyond? Actually, let's Bed Bath and Beyond, Farfetch, Minerva. Peloton. Peloton making moves. Have a look. Any particular reason for Peloton to make moves? There you go. Peloton strikes a deal to sell fitness equipment and apparel on Amazon. That's just popped out at the bottom of the hour. Oh, Peloton making moves. Yeah, it's a much larger float than I like to trade, but I have traded it before. As you can see, the fact that I've actually got support and resistance lines on there already. I'm doing all right so far, Super Chip. I'm over goal on both accounts. Small account, I'm over 1100 green, and my main account, I'm over 5,000 green. So now, Anas, Starbox is a recent IPO from yesterday. So is it done? No. Will it go up to 46? I don't know. It went up to over 46 yesterday. It may sell off again today, go below $10. It may come back tomorrow. What I would expect with Starbox is volatility. You're going to get big swings both up and down today. So you're going to get some significant moves that you can take advantage of. Now, where will it end up? As a company, I'm not too familiar with them. There is no prior, other than yesterday, there is no prior price action to gauge off in terms of support, resistance, etc. So it's all speculation. You've got to really be looking at the kind of the 5, 10, 15-minute charts for any key areas of support and resistance on Starbox. But it's one to watch. I'm watching it today, and Indonesian Energy. I'll take a look at that for you. So Indonesian Energy, no volume at the moment. It's slightly down on the day, 5% down on the day. Had a nice little pop-up yesterday. Didn't have the runs that we saw back in kind of February, March, which would have been really nice. Went up to kind of over $85 back in March. But Indonesian Energy is currently 1087. Most of its gains from yesterday, but it's below the VWAP right now. Wait till the volume comes in. Wait to the bell. Indonesian Energy is not usually a great one to trade pre-market. It's usually a much better after the bell. And funnily enough, Indonesian Energy doesn't usually pop up that much in the first 15 minutes. It's usually a midday stock that moves. No problem at all, Anas. Make this smaller. You don't need the bid and the ask information to see it, do you? And I can make this one a little bit larger. Right, guys, got 50 minutes for the bell, and we're already done for the day as it stands right now. So just got to be cautious of what you're doing. Okay, so Wesley, you put some chats in there, and I apologise, I completely missed it. So no, I'll cover the IPO question. So Alexandra. Mostly available on Webull and for US citizens. Canadians do not have access to pre-IPO. Okay, it will depend on your broker, Alexandra. So if your broker permits pre-IPO ordering, then your location shouldn't really matter. You know, money talks. How about Avaya? I'll take a look at Avaya for you, Toffa. It did have a good run up yesterday. And a bit of a sell-off before. Look at it on the 15, you'll see much better. So sell-off out of the into the open and beyond. Then midday it ran up and then sold off before running up into the close. So it's below $1 now. Avaya, quite volatile, but small range. It's a small price stock. I don't trade these. For people wondering why I'm looking at Avaya when I already tell everybody I don't trade anything under $2. I try not to trade under $3, but my basement floor is $2. My floor is $3, but my basic floor is $2. But if people on the stream want me to take a look at a stock, it was requested, so I pull it up, give us some advice in terms of patterns, in terms of volatility, volume, etc. There's very little volume at the moment with Avaya. It is down slightly, 11% from yesterday's close. Will it pump again? I'm not so sure. It's had a couple of consecutive green days, so maybe it's time for a bit of consolidation. Will I be taking any more trades as I've already got to my daily profit goal? I possibly will, but I'll be very selective. I'm going to be extremely selective on my trades, and there's a lovely double bottom forming on Starbox. Is if you're a beginner trader and you've got a small account, get to goal or get over goal as soon as possible. Once you're green, walk away. Small accounts, a trade a day is all you need, and you can grow that. So I started the small account with a little over $6,000 today. We started it with $2,500 last Monday, but with a little over $6,000 today. So the goal was to get 10% per day for the duration of August, so 2.5 weeks, and we've got 1131 today, so almost double goal on the small account. So will I be trading in the small account again today? Probably not. Will I be trading in the main account? Possibly. I'm over goal. My goal on the main account is 5,000 a day. I'm at 5,700 right now, but if we get a volatile day and there's opportunities, I'll wait for the right setup, and I'll only be taking A+ setups. I'm adamant I'm not giving back any gains that I've made today. If we get a good setup and some good momentum, I'll take a trade to add to that. This trade as it stands right now with Bed Bath & Beyond this morning takes me over monthly goal. So I'm over that 100k trade profit on the month of August, and it's going to stay that way. So I've been every week in August I've hit that goal and then given some back off the top. So the first week in August we had a phenomenal And on the main account yesterday, we made 1,300 bucks. So not quite at goal, well, quite a way off goal, but 1,300 bucks, considering we were over $8,000 down at one stage, to come back and finish 1,300 up, 1,300 up. That's a really good, you know, clawback. However, that being said, if I just held my position with Indonesian Energy, it would have gone up and I would have made more. So look at some of the red days I've had, some big red days this month. Let me just pull up my trader view stats and put it on the calendar for August. So I had a 28k loss on the first Thursday of, and what was annoying about that was 20,000 up pre-market and ended up finished. So I had a almost $50,000 swing against me on the first Thursday of August. So I had 23k on the Monday, 24k on the Tuesday, and 45k on the Wednesday. So we were going mental the first week of August. Then I gave back 28k, and then had a 18k day on Friday. I'll pull this across so you can actually see this. Why am I talking? So this is August to date. It's mental. So that first week really just got me, ruined my trading, because such volatility, such big moves, and like 23k, 24k, 45k. It's not usual. These aren't. It's not normal to have such big days. It's certainly in the first week of the month when I'm trading with a smaller account. I started with a $30,000 account on the Monday, so to get yesterday, I want to be green for the rest of the month. Every day green. It's painful, Fuzzy. But I was already up 150,000 when that happened, so go figure. Over 150,000. I think it was 158,000 I was up before Monday started. Yeah, absolutely, Fuzzy. I've been a lot more aggressive this month. I've been taking bigger size, and you've been watching me. I've been taking like 15, 20, and in some cases 25,000 share positions, and those are big size positions that normally I would only do at the end of a month when I've really built up my account. I don't normally trade that aggressive. I certainly didn't in June and July. I think the max positions I was taking, I might have taken a 20,000 share position a couple of times in July, but most of the time it was like capped at 10,000. I was doing lots of like 2,500, 1,000, 2,500, 5,000, and as much as 10,000, scaling back 7,500. So I was within that kind of range in terms of share size. This month I've been a lot more aggressive, and it was that first week it's ruined me, because I wasn't particularly aggressive in the first couple of days, but we had such big movers and made such big gains that it just meant I entered this psychological state where I automatically felt that I should be making 10, 12, 15,000 a day without breaking a sweat. And quite frankly, that's just nonsense. I've got an ambitious goal of 5,000 a day, and I stress the part ambitious goal, because that is not normal. Most traders would tear off the left arm and give it to you for $5,000 a day. It's just not normal. So to be having, at one stage I had $9,000 average per day this month, and that's just mental. So I will caveat that with my trading performance is not typical. Most traders lose money, especially beginner traders. The majority of people that get involved in day trading quit having never been profitable within 2 years. So just be careful if you're getting involved. Let's go back to Bed Bath & Beyond, because it's back above the VWAP. Exactly. It's if there's an opportunity, Fuzzy Duck. Well, I've got this stream. I'm building this community here as well. So I commit to 2.5 hours of streaming and streaming the markets every day, 90 minutes before the market opens, the first hour of the market. I commit to that, and whether I take a trade or not, we can still go through the motions. But I've also traded the small account, as you can see. 1,100 on the small account. I've got 5,700 on the large account. So collectively, what's that? 5,900 ish, give or take. Nearly 6k profit today in total. How much volume in Bed Bath & Beyond pre-market so far? 19 million shares traded, Double T. Shut up, what are you barking at me for, you great numpty? Yeah, so what's the difference between me and the majority of day traders, why they fail? Because the majority of day traders don't know what they're doing, quite frankly, so far. They see people like me, idiots like me on the internet, making it look easier than it actually is, which is why it's important days like Monday that I show that and give that transparency, because days like Monday it's hard to take. It's a real sting when you do have a red day, but losing days are part of the territory with day trading. There's not a single real trader out there that doesn't have losing days. There's always going to be a day where you're just not on point with your judgment, you deviate from your strategy. So trading is risky. You've got to accept that you've got to mitigate and manage that risk. That's reason number one why the majority of day traders fail is they don't manage risk. They're so concentrated on the gains that they can make and the profits they can make that they don't think about protecting their assets and protecting their equity. That's reason number one. Reason number two is they come into the market with a wadload of money, not knowing what they're doing, and they approach it like it's a casino. They approach it with a gambling mindset. And if you approach the stock market with a gambling mindset, it's just going to take your money off you. It's going to treat you like a casino punter and take your money away. So that's reason number two. And reason number three is they don't have any kind of training or knowledge on how to trade. So they've got no strategy. So what I say is learn how to read the charts, learn how to trade. It's a profession like any other. You wouldn't go onto a building site and start tinkering with the fuse box if you've never had any electrical training. They wouldn't let you because it's dangerous. It's physically dangerous. Now, this is dangerous to your pocket and your bank balance if you go onto the markets without knowing what you're doing and think you can trade. You know, I was saying yesterday on the Power Hour stream that when I first started, I thought it's easy. Everybody tells you what to do. It's easy to do it. You buy low, sell high, whatever, or sell high, buy low if you short it. In principle, that's not wrong, but trying to find the bottom and anticipate the bottom for your buy is virtually impossible to do. So buying low to sell high, you tend to find what I used to do is buy low, it would sell off even further and I'd sell lower. And I always wondered what I was doing wrong. So then I kind of had a bit of a eureka moment. Well, if I can buy low and sell lower because it's got momentum going down, why don't I buy high and sell higher when it's got momentum going up? The trend is always your friend. If you're trading with the trend, you've got a better chance for those breakouts. So learning how to trade was a big thing for me. Learning a strategy that's proven, documented, and works, and is profitable, it was a big thing for me. Once I did that, I started to turn the corner and become profitable. Then it becomes about mentality, trading mindset. It comes about controlling the emotional element of it. And that, again, I can't say I've mastered that yet, but I'm a lot better than I was. And I still have lapses. Sticking to being very disciplined, sticking to your risk versus reward, sticking to your strategy, being mentally aloof in the fact you don't get caught up in the emotions of the trade. These are all reasons why people lose. It takes a lot of practice. Don't stop reading, don't stop learning. There's a lot of hours gone into me getting to the profitability that I am now. There's a lot of money went into it in the first place, what I consider my tuition fee that I paid to the markets. But there's a lot of hours of practice and losing money. I blew up my account 3 times before I started to get consistently profitable. So that's why most people lose, and they don't stick at it. They would try rather than trading a simulator and get the strategies down pat. They'll put money in, they'll lose, blow up an account. Put money in, lose, blow up an account. And they'll do that a couple of times and they'll just say, this is not for me, and they'll quit. And quite frankly, it probably isn't. You have the same thing. So it's like if I go to the casino again, my wife's going to divorce me. If I go and play, well, you're not going to the casino. This is a job like any other, and you've got to treat it like it's a job. You've got to treat it like a business. If you're gambling with money you can't afford to lose, if you're gambling with, you know, you're going to getting loans out, or you're getting, you know, putting half the mortgage on, or whatever it is, you're gambling with the pension fund, or your life savings, or the wife's inheritance fund, or whatever it is. If you're gambling with money you can't afford to lose, you're going to lose it. Same with the stock market. If you approach the stock market with a gambling mindset, and you put yourself under pressure with money that you can't afford to lose, you know, the kids' college fund and that kind of stuff, you're going to lose it, because the pressure, the emotions will take over, and as soon as you get into a losing position, you will cut for a loss. Quite simple. Yeah, exactly. And a lot of people do lose a lot, Fuzzy, because they don't, like I've already said, there's a number of different reasons. The psychology, maybe some people get into trading thinking that it's going to be an easy way to make a living, and I'm telling you, it's not. I got a dog to keep me company whilst I'm, you know, was in lockdown and stuff, and I was trading, and, you know, it's mentally very taxing. And unless you're in a room filled with other traders, or you're, you know, then it can be extremely emotionally draining as well. You have a bad trade, you trade it back poorly, like I did. I had 3 bad trades on Monday. You trade it poorly. What do? Do you walk away? How do you recover from that? You've got to be able to detach yourself, and it takes a lot to do that, a lot of practice to do that. It's not an easy job. It's not. And if you're thinking of getting into trading because it's lucrative if you're profitable, it's lucrative if you do well, but people succumb to greed, and they think, okay, well, I can do what Tony does. I can make $5,000-$10,000 a day. No, you can't. I'm not saying you won't be able to eventually, but it takes a lot of practice to get to that level. Start off, you know, temper your expectations. Think about it this way. If you make $200 a day, $200 doesn't sound like much. So if you've got a $5,000 account and you make $200 a day, it's not easy to make $200 a day on a small account. But if you manage to do that, that's $1,000 a week. Based on 20 trading days a month, that's $4,000 a month. And there's extra trading days a month, so you're going to have over $50,000 a year from making $200 a day. And that's what I tell everybody that joins the course, that temper your expectations. Start small, have small expectations. Don't get greedy. Don't go for the big wins and swing for the fences straight away. If you can get what's going to make a difference to you, that's the best way to do it, and work backwards from there. Across the year, how much do you need to earn for it to make a difference? How much are you earning now in your 9 to 5? If you're the average wage in the UK is £32,000. The average industrial wage in the UK is £32,000. It's something like 45,000 US dollars. It's about 40,000 euros here in Ireland. It's, if you're in Italy, I think it's 17,000 euros. Spain, even less. So work it out. What's going to make a difference to you as an individual? How much am I earning now? How much would I need to earn to cover that and be comfortable? So would you be comfortable with $50,000 a year? If that That's the size of it, because I lost so much in that first 6 months that I probably would have quit and just gone out and got another 9 to 5 if the world was still open. The fact that the world had closed down meant that we couldn't leave the house. Getting a job was a lot more difficult because of the whole lockdown situation. Take the dog for the walk and all that kind of stuff. So I probably would have quit after losing so much money. I probably thought, this is not for me. But instead, I submersed myself in it. And whilst it cost me a lot of money, it was like over $30,000. No, over 30,000 euros. So it's actually more than that in dollars at the time. I know dollars and euros are pretty much on a par now, but it was about 1.2 US dollars to a euro when I started. So I probably would have given up before I got profitable. And a lot of people do that. But because I submersed myself in it, I read a lot of books. I mean, I was in lockdown. I was confined to the apartment, and the last apartment I was in was a bit dark and dingy. It was only a rental, so it wasn't great. Depressing. What else to do with your time? You can't go out and party. So I learned how to trade. You're never too old to start, Toffer. Quite simply. I'll let you guess my age, but you're never too old to start. Let's think about it. If you're a retiree, if you're 65 years old and you've got your pension coming in and you've got a little, usually when you reach pensionable age, you have a little bit of a nest egg for emergencies and things like that. I wouldn't say put it all into the markets. I would say learn how to trade so that you can supplement your income. I'm taking a lot of my gains, a huge amount of my gains that I make, the profits that I make, and I'm putting it into my SIP, which is a self-invested pension plan. In the US, they call it an IRA, or a Roth IRA, but it's a pension plan. It's tax-free. You can trade tax-free. You can invest tax-free. And any gains you make, you can't withdraw it from it. Otherwise, you get hit by tax. But once you retire, it's tax-free. So that's one advantage that I've got by day trading. Then taking these gains, putting them into the SIP, I get tax breaks from doing that. So you're never too old to learn. You know, let's just say I'm the thick end of a half-century wedge. Well, that's a lot of money, that Fuzzy, and I wouldn't. Like I say, don't trade on debt. The only debt that you should have is leverage that you take from the positions, in the equity positions, but you're not in debt because it's leverage on your actual equity. But don't borrow money to trade. If you're borrowing money to trade, or you're trying to do it on a credit card, you're putting additional pressure on you. If you can't afford to trade, don't worry about it. The market's going nowhere. Save up. You know, have two funds to save. Save for your holiday on one and save for trading on the other. Then when you get to a nice level, you can say to your wife or your spouse or your husband or whoever, you can say, look, I've saved up hard so that I can try this as a potential career path in the future. I've been learning, I've been trading in a simulator whilst I've been saving up. I've been practicing, and now's the time I want to go live. So I'm going to put this money, that's my money that I've saved up, and if I lose it, it doesn't matter. It's not going to impact our relationship. It's not going to impact our standard of living or anything like that. It's just an extra sum of money that I've managed to save up to be able to try this. And if you're then able to start being profitable with that, of course, your wife's going to turn around and say, well, I'm sorry I ever doubted you, sir, or your husband or your partner or whatever. But I don't. If first and foremost, if you're risk averse, don't try trading. If you suffer from anxiety or depression, don't try trading. There's a reason why Wall Street has a high suicide rate. Okay, just putting that out there. It's not something I really want to talk about, but I'm just putting that out there. The pressure that you put on yourself when it comes to trading is immense. And we're getting a lovely double bottom on Bed Bath & Beyond right now. So you're watching this high here. I'm going to put a nice little horizontal here to watch that at the bell. little double bottom formation there. We've got 18 minutes to the bell. If you're unemotional when trading, that can be an advantage, but it can be detrimental, as you saw with me on Monday. Because I had such a big starting equity position on my account, I was already over 158,000 in profit, trade profit on the day. So then lose over 60,000 on the day, I was like, yeah, well, I'll get it back. And the reality is, I won't. Not this month, at least. I don't know when you saw me almost blow up the account. I think you're talking about Monday, but I lost 40%. It's nowhere near blowing up the account. I lost 40% on Monday, and it's my own money. If it was investors' money, it probably wouldn't sting as much. But it was my own money. No, day trading's not a job for everybody. It's like not everybody can, go out and work, on the scaffolding and be a construction worker. That's not for everybody either. Being a nurse or a teacher were incredibly underrated career paths. It's not for. I couldn't be a teacher. I would be arrested for punching some little shit that got too mouthy with me, without a shadow of a doubt. You get a 14, 15-year-old kid and you get a backhander when he gets too cheeky. Yeah, so absolutely, I did, Jack. I again came very close to blowing up my account in May. First day of May, I'd just withdrawn 30,000, just over 30,000 the week before from April's profits, and I had a $29,000. So I started at 30,000 on May and a $20,000 loss on May. So I had to cancel. I had to reach out to capital markets to cancel the withdrawal, and they just cancelled it and deposit it back in my account. So May, I almost did blow up my account. You're absolutely right, Jack. But then again, that's part of my risk management strategy as well, is why every month I start with the same equity position, 30,000 at the start of each month. Whatever position, whatever profits I make on the course of the month, I withdraw them all at the end of the month and start with 30,000 the next month. And that way I can't oversize my trading and lose it all at the end of the month. So what I'm really risking on any given month is $30,000. And it's not my money until I've withdrawn it. So if I lose $30,000, it means that I have to recharge that with $30,000 of my own money. So that's another way of managing my risk and managing my equity position. The economies of scale don't work when you're trading low float, low cap stocks either. So if you're getting a $100,000, $200,000 equity position, you can't make the same percentage gains as you would with a $5,000 equity position. You can make huge gains on a $5,000 account, 6 times leverage, whatever. You can double your account. You're not going to double your account if you've got a $200,000 equity position with small float stocks. Why? Because you have to take big size to do that, and the liquidity just isn't there with these low float stocks. If you're taking, say, 5,000 shares on a $5 stock to make $5,000, say 100% gain, to make $200,000, you're going to have to take 200,000 shares. In which case, if it's 1.5 million shares in the flow, you're taking a huge chunk of the liquidity out of the market. Not only would you have to, fill in the ownership forms with the SEC, but you're going to be extremely exposed there because it's a zero-sum market. Who are you going to buy those 200,000 shares from? I missed out on it last year, so it depends on your definition, Nereus. So I didn't make $1 million last year. That's why 7 figures is my goal this year. So 7 figures net is my goal this year. So calculating my average across the well, since I started, I set my goal at the beginning of the year that I'm going to have a 7-figure net year, which means I need to have $100,000 a month in gross trade profit, which after transaction fees and everything else works out about 85,000 per month in net profit on average. So that will take me to a 7-figure number. I didn't manage it last year in terms of trade profit, but I'm on track for it this year. Yeah, I won't trade. I trade options, but usually I use options for swing trading, Nereus. I don't like to trade options day trading. You sold, David, you sold NASDAQ on Friday and you're asking, should you still hold? Well, but how can you still hold it if you sold it? Are you talking about options? You actually, you bought puts on the NASDAQ on Friday? Are you talking about should you hold it? I'm sorry, I don't know what you're asking there, buddy. And what's impossible on a 30K account? Interesting to understand what your standpoint is. Well, it doesn't look like you're getting a treat today, Bossy. We're way off the 3,000 like position that we need for the dog to get a treat. She's just lying asleep at the side of me, so that's fine. Where am I going for my holidays? I've not decided. I've not booked anything yet, but I might go to Palawan. I enjoyed the last time I was there. I really enjoyed it. The diving's phenomenal as well. I'll probably head over to Palawan. Holidays, hookers, and cocaine. Yeah, I'm not quite at Jordan Belfort levels yet, Nereus, but yeah, I think I'll stay away from the latter two. I'll take the holidays, but you can keep the latter two. Your money won't last long if you're spending it on hookers and cocaine, that's for sure. But you do you. Well, with ABSI, it looks like it's low volume, but let's have a quick look because it's popping up. Yeah, that's not great. Low volume. I'll keep away from that. Farfetch is below the VWAP now. Steady gains, but below the VWAP. Minerva still below the VWAP. Got rejected at the VWAP here. Blue Apron selling off below the VWAP. Almost going red on the day. AMC not excuse me, not a lot of people trading it, relatively speaking, at the moment. Kind of just flat, really. Starbox, this is down. It'll be interesting to see how this performs today. After yesterday's open, it just went absolutely crazy yesterday. Monday's IPOs choppy. Let's go back to Bed Bath and Beyond. It's I'll take a comfort break and I'll be right back. The bell. Bravo, that's what's on the screen, buddy. Bed Bath and Beyond. Right, well, this is where we bounced before was kind of 1090-ish, 1090, this level. Now we've got a double top as opposed to a double bottom. Here, here, M formation, that's not good. We had the W formation, but it didn't go up and complete it, so now we've got an M formation and it's pretty much completed it, so that's bearish. Oh, Bed Bath and Beyond might not be great at the bell. We've only got 5 minutes to the bell, so let's zoom out a little bit on this chart. You can see where we actually traded it earlier, all the way up. We've got this nice move up. That's where we got our gains, over $6,000 worth of gains across the two accounts. 1,100 on the small account, and 57 on, well, nearly 5,800 on the main account. Oh, nice. Yes, they've decided to treat you. Would you like one? Here you go. Want it? No? Get your treat. Gotta stand up for it. Good girl. You're gonna enjoy that. Well, stay green, Alistair. Just wait for, if you're still green now, just wait for the good setups. Don't jump in needlessly. That's better. Okay. Is there anybody else watching anything else? Let me know in the comments. What do you think the SPY's going to do? We've got 2 minutes to the bell. Let's have a look at the, put this on the 15 and you'll see. This is the markets. This is the NASDAQ. The Qs is an ETF, an Invesco ETF that representative of the NASDAQ 100. So this is the NASDAQ. It was choppy sideways yesterday from open to close. It's slightly down at the moment. Will we get bullish or bearish on the NASDAQ? Let me know. This is the Spider ETF. Similar kind of story, very choppy sideways yesterday. It's been very choppy in the out of our session as well. So, are you bullish and bearish on the SPY? Russell Index. This is very choppy as well. So, bullish and bearish on the overall market. Let me know your thoughts. Are you bullish and bearish on the overall market? It's kind of sideways chop at the moment. So let's see what it brings. Yeah, I'll change the scanners over, don't worry. Got 30 seconds to the bell. I'll do that now, actually. Bear. Sam says bear. Matt says bear. So drug. See what the scanners give us. Drug. I'll go back to Bed Bath and Beyond, I think, because that's what everybody else wants to watch. It's selling off. Ape is going mental. Let's have a look at Ape. Open. So we need. I need to see over 735. Pre-market resistance level of 735. Just sit out the first 5 minutes. I'll let the candles form. Give us a 5-minute opening range, and then we can decide whether we want to trade again today. That's what I'm going to be doing for the first 5 minutes. Bit of a drop on the SPY. Starbox trying to move upwards. Some volatility on Starbox. This is Starbox, so this moved for a whole dollar in the last 2 minutes. I want to see it above the VWAP before I trade it though. It's so it's got to move a whole dollar. Again, 14 to 15 before I trade that. Bed Bath and Beyond not going anywhere. Let's watch the Ape coin. I'll wait for this first 5 minutes to form. I'll keep an eye on the. Oh, right, okay. We've got a first halt of the day. First volatility halt downwards. I did this one before, Torino International. You can see I've already got lines on there from trading it. There's no volume on that, so again, not really something to watch. Looks like the markets are selling off. S&P 500 down. Nasdaq, little pop up at the open, but now it's pulling back. Russell index, what's important? Again, similar pattern for the Russell. Move up, then went green briefly. Now it's pulling back. Not huge volatility right now. Not seeing the big moves. Oh, Bitcoin just went mental. Look at that. I want to see this. I have this candle as 57 on the 5 minute. That is. That's 57 on the 1 and 2 minute as well. But it's the 5 minute candle I'm watching. The opening range candle. Then usually the first 5 or 15 minutes, depending on what you're looking at. The first set your opening range, and then it usually is a good indicator of what trend it potentially could follow for the day. Why am I a bit scared to trade, Merck? Don't I've hit my goals already. That's the whole point. I'm already 1100 up on the small account and 5700 up on the large account. I'm just waiting for a setup. You don't jump in and hope for the best. Got a whole bunch of things on watch. But the biggest momentum at the moment is Cabaletta Bio, and that's on low volume. Well, that's the biggest mover in the first 5 minutes. AMC starting to move up. Looks like. Starbox, is that down? Is it halted? Halted to downside? Yeah, that looks bearish today. Bed Bath & Beyond. Trying to make a comeback. Needs to get back above the VWAP, then I might be interested. Bitcoin. Where's AMC? AMC needs to get back up towards 9, back up here before I trade it. Bed Bath & Beyond. Let's watch it. Opening candle was 1110. Was the opening candle high. Hey, Sound of Fun. Just got an entry there. Broke the VWAP. Question is, there we go. We'll get the continuation. We're stopping. 2,500 shares. See 1130. Ideally, I want to see it breaking 1145, which is the pre-market resistance level. Move my stop up to break even. I'll just put a trailing stop in there. Only 2,500 shares to start off with. I'm not convinced until it breaks that 1145. I'm not convinced with Bed Bath and Beyond. Apecoin is choppy upwards. Every other candle is, yeah, that's going to be difficult trade. So we've got stopped out. We've got another extra $200 on that one. That's not bad. I'll take a look at AXSM. I'll come back to this in a second. This is for sound of fun. It lacks volume. It's very choppy. This is up at 67. There's not a lot of volatility with this one. It's moved up a little bit, but it lacks volume. And it had a good move on Friday. Steady gains since then. Look at this on the 60-minute. You can see a good move on Friday pre-market. Then it's been just steady gains throughout the day. So probably not something I will be trading. Just not enough volatility to take quick scalps with it. So air test systems, again, lacks volatility, lacks the volume. It's 5% up on the day, but there's nobody trading it. It's 300,000 shares traded so far in the open. So Spark, it's up 48%. It's one of these lower price stocks. It's looking reasonably strong. But there's some big wicks on the 60-minute, big up wicks on the 60 minutes. So it's got a lot of selling pressure on it. So just be careful with this one. Let's have a look at GCT. This was an IPO last week. We made a huge amount in it last week, and then we gave it back on Monday. So Bed Bath and Beyond struggling up at that level that I just exited on. So this is GCT. Has form for moving big intraday. So if this gets above $30, it'll be worth watching. Yeah, Bed Bath and Beyond does want up, but there we go. We finally broke. Needs to hold that $half level. Finally broke that pre-market resistance. We're above. Now, can I scale in? That's the question. Is it going to give me the opportunity to scale in? Taking my time with 2,500 shares. Got stopped out again. Okay, so we're up to 6,100. Don't mind getting stopped out if I'm making profits. It adds up on the hey Matt. It adds up on the transaction fees, but if you're making good enough gains, that won't matter. And it'll be over 5 grand easily in this one. Get a cushion, get these base hits, get a cushion that allows us to take a swing if it continues up. Right now, pre-market high. Let's just have a quick look at the pre-market high up here. Let's see, $0.25 after 12. Stopped out. So I put a stop in place, and then when it hits that level, it automatically gets me out. Not stomped out, stopped out. A stop loss. Dunkers. I thought you'd know that. I don't want to get stomped out. That sounds painful. Bed Bath & Beyond is the one that's making the gains at the moment. I'm getting a bit of a pullback here. Rejected at 12. Might give us a nice entry. The high of this candle is 11.20. No, it's not. It's 11.96. So need to see it break 12. If it breaks 12, that's bullish. Market's going green. Yeah, absolutely. So here's the Nasdaq. Getting there, close to green now. The Nasdaq just about to go green. We've got S&P 500 already green. Russell Index already green. Russell Index taking off. So let's have a look at Bed Bath & Beyond. No. Tesla. You know Tesla's, they've got a split tomorrow. So Tesla is motoring. It's over 900 now. So there's a 3-to-1 stock split scheduled for tomorrow. And if you're interested in Tesla, but it's always been too expensive to invest in, then it's going to be what, $300 tomorrow plus change based on current price. So you can get some shares of Tesla tomorrow if you want to. I'm not financial advice. I'm not telling you to go buy Tesla. I'm just saying it does tend to be a popular stock, but a lot of people have shied away from it because it's just been too expensive to invest in. It's going to be a third of the price. Each share tomorrow will be a third of the price. So you'll be able to, your average Joe 6-pack will be able to invest in Tesla. Amazon did it a couple of months ago. A few have actually done it over the last while. So we're green across the board. That's Tesla. Not big moves just yet. Starbox halted it up to the upside now. So now I called this out earlier. I said, watch this. It will be crazy volatile. So it halted to the downside here. It kind of resumed flat but moved down. Now it's halted to the upside. So this is due to restart. It looks like it's going to be a 10-minute halt. Okay. Becky, low volume, GCT, not great either. Just watching the signals, the markets. Anything comes up, we'll jump on it. Waiting for the setup. Patience is the key. So rather than saying, asking if we're scared to get in, it's not about being scared to get in. It's about being cautious of entering a position that is not going to go in your favor. You want to align things so that you've got an edge and a better chance of making money. You wait for the setup. Right now, yes, $0.75 entry level at Bed Bath & Beyond for me. Has to get over 75. How are you faring this first 15 minutes, guys? Yeah, GCT finally broke 30. Could we get a run on this? What's the spreads though? The spreads on this have been, notoriously big. So let's have a look at the spreads. Actually, the spreads are not too bad. 10-15 cents. This recent IPO, is there any additional news? Excuse me. GigaCloud Technology, any additional news other than just IPO volatility? No. Nothing of note. But definitely one to keep an eye on. GCT GigaCloud Technology went up to a high of $62 in pre-market on Monday. Went up to $60 on Friday. We caught most of the move on Friday. Large portion of it at least. Went from 23s when we started trading it up to $60. That was good gains on Friday. We'll give it back on Monday, which not good gains. Right, just waiting for a little bit of volatility now. Drug, smaller price stock is the one that's the most volatile at the moment. It's on good volume. So if you're trading this 220s for drug, it's looking strong. Not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. If you do trade drug, good luck to you, but don't sue me if you lose money. A demo account that has low spreads. Well, just get onto Dash Trader. Fuzzy duck. Get onto Dash Trader. It's about 120 bucks a month or 150 bucks a month or something like that. You'll have to pay for it. But Dash Trader depends where you are. But Dash Trader is direct market access. It will have direct, narrow spreads for that very reason. And get on the website. There's a link in my MT4. Absolutely not. It's not. MT4's for MetaTrader. MT4 and MT5. MetaTrader is good for forex, but not for trading stocks. They're not. It's not great. You can trade stocks on it, but it's not great. So look at if you've got a brokerage account already, just trade the paper account in the brokerage. Put a couple of quid in there without actually trading any real money. I would say Think or Swim is good. If you're in the UK or if you're in Europe, you might need a VPN to access Think or Swim, and you get decent spreads on Think or Swim, and I believe that's free with TD Ameritrade as well. So you might have to pay for data. Yeah, you're only allowed to have it free for 2 weeks. That's right. I mean, if you, I can get you a discount code, or get you a discount. Just email me. I can get you a discount on that, so it'll cost you about 120 bucks a month or what have you. Drug moving up. Everything's pulling back now, it looks like, except for Starbox. Starbox making motoring up. After that halt up, motored up. Don't tread on me outdoors. What do you think Starbox will do in the next week? You think it will continue to ride or fall out? Do you know what? I don't know too much about the company as an IPO, but it absolutely went mental yesterday in terms of volatility, and it's showing that it's going to do a similar sort of thing today. I did say I wanted to see it above the VWAP and hold above the VWAP today. Pre-market highs of 1860s. So really it needs to get above yesterday's close price, 1550. It's rejected twice at that level now. So, but it could be one for, it's based on yesterday, it could move big time. Tough built. It's moving up. It's not very volatile. At 437, it's most of its gains came pre-market, but it's at 440s now. So I would say would be interesting, but I would need to see A, more volume, and B, more volatility. We're not getting that 100,000 shares a minute that we really want to see for highly volatile moves. But yeah, it could be worth a watch today. Tough built. It's having a good moment. Is there a catalyst driving it? Let me have a quick look, because if there's a catalyst, it makes it more attractive. I'm not seeing any particular news catalyst on Tough Built right now. It's not heavily shorted. There is a bit 10% short float, but it's not heavily shorted either. I'm not seeing any particular news catalyst for Tough Built. So yeah, just watch the price action. Could be of interest. It's already up 20% on the day, so it's got momentum. Just not enough volatility for me to be excited about it yet. But Starbox has the volatility. Just want to see it get green on the day. Starting to form a little bit of a flat top up at 1540. Yeah, Tough Built's, well, it's a small float at the moment, but they're about to put out a secondary offering. That's why I got caught in that news flush. Peloton. So Peloton, it's a larger float. I've traded it before. I'm not averse to trading it again, but again, it doesn't have huge volatility. It's moving up steady, looking strong based on the news. So Peloton's another one that's looking good. I'm just being cautious. So just to put this into perspective, I'm being cautious today because I've got green already, and after the big loss that I've hit my monthly goal, so I'm waiting for an A+ setup before I enter my next trade. I'm ahead of my monthly goal on Bed Bath & Beyond. I'm ahead of my monthly goal on my main account. I'm ahead of my daily goal on the main account as of today, and I'm also ahead of my daily goal on the small account. So I'm having had a good day even pre-market. So I may be taking more trades. I just need to wait for the right setup. Starbucks. This is pulling back a little bit. Pulls back below 1320. We might get halted down. So we're getting dangerously close. The halt level at $13. There we go. Halt level. Ooh, false halt. No, it's halted down. So that's what. Oh no, false halt. So Starbox is very much of interest to me just because of the IPO volatility, huge volatility, big moves yesterday. $36 swing intraday yesterday. $36 range, which if you can get on the good side of that swing, can make you a lot of money. 5,000 shares at $36. Wow. Oil, the energy stocks were up. Yeah, they were effectively, the energy stocks were what kept the markets flat yesterday. The energy stocks had a good time yesterday. Not seeing any on the scanners at the moment. Indonesian Energy and Houston American, and the usual suspects. Farfetch selling off. Oh no, it's Farfetch having a good day. I thought it was selling off, but I've got the the pre-market data. So it's just fetched the market data. Farfetch doing really well after the initial sell-off. And it's got a good catalyst too. Yeah, well, Starbox went to 46 yesterday. Farfetched. Look for an entry. A nice entry here would have been $9.75, $0.25 level. Now I'm waiting for a pullback to enter. Whilst I'm waiting for that, I'll take a look at AKLI for you. So this, yeah, this went up to like $37 yesterday. Oh no, on Tuesday I think it was. Wednesday today. Yeah, so this went up to $37 on Monday. But it's down at 496 right now, so it's lost all of those gains and then some. It gapped up. I think it was a stock split, if I'm right. Let me just have a quick look. I think this was a stock split on Monday. It moved up and then double check. I want to see what the news was on Monday. It just sold off on Monday. I'm not sure. All right, it was a SPAC merger. That's why it was up. So those of you that were trading DNAA, this is DNAA. This is the new ticker for DNAA. It's a SPAC merger and it closed on Monday. That's why it was up so high. And it opened up there and sold off all day. So very weak. Yeah, SPAC merger, absolutely. So where's Starbox now? Down there. Where's Bed Bath? That's sold off. Well, Farfetch, that's what I was looking for. Steady gains on Farfetch. Half an hour in. How you getting on, guys? Who's green? Who's red? Let me know. How are you getting on? This is Farfetch. FTCH, if you can't make it out, is the ticker. Not a stock pick. Not signals. Just had announced the acquisition of stake in YNAB. Good stuff, Matt. Glad to see you're up there with something. It's good to see you green again. Take profit. Make sure you take profits along the way, buddy. Keep taking profits. Nobody goes broke by taking profits. Just remember that. Nobody ever went broke taking profit. Get into a profitable position. Lock some of them gains in. Yeah, Dennis, we looked at drug earlier. It's a lower price stock. It's absolutely motoring today. It's the top mover on the day. It's like nearly 80% up on the day. That's drug. Bright Mind Bioscience, I think it's called. But the ticker is drug, D-R-U-G. So I got in for that little pullback there, but it's not breaking out for me. So I cut for 10-cent loss. Where would I enter on Starbox? Okay, so Starbox, 1540. If I'm going to enter on Starbox, I need to see it get green on the day. It was rejected up here a couple of times, so if I was going to trade this, I would wait for it to get green, or if it looks particularly weak, short it down to $10 again. If you can get shares to short it with, that is. I checked earlier and there was none available, so I've had to pay locate fees. But 1540. I mean, you can look for patterns in the meantime, but trade look for 10 cents, 20 cents here, 10 cents there kind of thing. Look for the pattern breakouts in the meantime, but it's very choppy. So I'm not seeing any specific patterns right now on the 1, 2 or 5 minute charts. And the fact that we've not got a lot of data on this in terms of support and resistance areas either, because it's only IPO yesterday, it makes it trading it a little bit more difficult. So just be careful if you're trading it. It is quite volatile. Farfetched. Yeah, I got out at the right time. Got in at the wrong time, but got out at the right time. A Bed Bath & Beyond bounce. It's not bouncing though, that's the thing. So it's down at 1030s. Bed Bath & Beyond, 1030s. I'm not going to, the whole point is I'm not going to force the trading. If there's no setups to take, if it's not looking particularly like an attractive setup, I'm not going to take it. Quite simple. No, that's not. Minerva. Very sideways. Bed Bath & Beyond was where we made our gains earlier. Made a little bit extra out of the bell, but it's selling off now. So if it gets back up towards $11, might be interesting. Ape stock. Initial move up, then choppy sideways underneath the VWAP, not of interest. AMC, well, that's why Ape stock's not doing anything. AMC's selling off. GCT, this could be interesting. Current high of day, 31.31. Well, if you caught the bounce there at 10.38, Sam, I hope it goes up to 11, then I can have a look. I really want it to be above. I won't be trading it long unless it's above the VWAP. That's the whole point. Is I want to be taking trades when they're upwards trending. If I'm going long, I want to see the stock upwards trending. So I'm looking for it to be above the VWAP. No problem taking a reversal trade, but I'm going to be going long. I want to see it trending upwards. Right now it's trending downwards, Bed Bath & Beyond. So good luck though. You get stopped. Don't trade out of boredom. Absolutely not, Matt.